Good morning.
Good
I have to get
morning.
ready this morning.
Yeah, I know you said you had a birthday party, right?
I do. I have, and they're supposed to be here at 9. What did you do to your hair? What do you
Okay,
do?
so I have the shark, right? It's like I think
Shark?
yeah, 250, 300. You know, like the vacuum?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same company?
yeah. So, you know the Dyson vacuum?
Yeah.
They have one that's like $600. And it's a blow dryer, but you can put the curling attachments and curl it. So I pinned them up so maybe it'll stay longer.
So you blow dry your hair with that?
Yes.
Am I gonna need one?
I love it. It gives you like the big bouncy curls.
Your hair looks so curly. I can't
Yeah,
wait to see it.
I've got 37 bobby pins in.
What is that? Rice cake? It tastes like
Chocolate.
cardboard.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Do not hate on my rice cakes. They are so
Okay, listen. This is what I need to talk about today.
okay.
How do you handle when multiple things are hitting you at once? And like it's all like for example, I couldn't make this crap up. You know, the tortoise, I don't even know if you know, but my tortoise was living in the bathroom. Okay, because it's winter. And I used to put him in a box, but he's outgrown the box. And Shane went and made him this gorgeous box. And I couldn't keep the box at 70 degrees. So I put him in the bathroom. He's been living in the bathroom all winter. He's been fine. Well, he decided to wedge himself up under the water valve and pulled the water valve out from the wall. And our house has flooded.
What a
Okay.
queso move.
So I have been dealing with people at my house every day, plumber, people putting fans. We've had I think 8 fans, and they're so loud in my house trying to dry it all up so they can put the flooring down. Well, then this week, to top that off, the water got in our ductwork and our ductwork fell to the ground, which means we have no heat and air. And we've had no heat and air for the past, I'm going to say 3 days. Well, it is freezing temperature. Like I got a notification. It is 62 degrees in here. I have a dad on hospice. Larry
Yeah.
is doing terrible. I'm watching him die right in front of my eyes. And I feel like enough is enough.
You feel like God's just like attacking you.
Yeah, and I want to know when things like the only time I see you like I am right now is when you have final exams. But how do you handle things when they just start piling on? It affects your mental state so bad, and I'm trying to be strong and keep it together, but I feel like I'm falling apart. I really do.
Um, my biggest thing, like I have things like that happen a lot. Like
Yeah.
it'll feel like, I've got these assignments, I've got work, I've got this just happened, that's happening. Like, why is everything falling apart? I went through that when my dog, it was more like financially, but she ate like a whole bag of treats and it was like 70 something dollars to get her all the shots she needed. And then I was like, okay, well, I just paid for that. I just got gas. Now I have to pay for this. And I'm like, well, then I have like exams coming up. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I completely understand. And what I like to do is just know that no matter what happens, everything's going to be okay. And I know that's like very cliche, but I mean, that's all I can tell myself sometimes. I just pray about it. And sometimes I can't even pray. I just cry. But
Yeah.
I just know that
Almost
God
like
knows
crying
what
out
I'm
to
trying
God.
to say. Yeah, like He knows what I'm trying to say. And life's never going to be easy, but it is going to be tough.
Yeah.
And it can definitely be difficult when you're just sitting there. And I understand the like watching him pass and stuff and how hard it is watching someone like deteriorate. But at the same time, it makes us realize how important our life is and how we need to go out and witness and just try and make what we can of life and glorify God. And, the more faith you put into Him, the better you will feel.
I just, with Larry, yesterday was so horrible. I'm talking horrible. He couldn't even walk from the driveway inside the house without sitting down. He's never done that. And then, like, when he's walking like wide leg because he has no balance. So he's trying to balance himself. So he's got his legs out wide walking. And the bad thing about it is when I try to sit him down and go, "What is going on?" It's like I'm talking to a kid. He won't tell me.
Yeah, because he's embarrassed.
I don't.
I'm telling you, I don't think he wants you to see him like this.
And it's like frustrating to me because I'm trying to take care of him and I don't know how. Like, I don't know what to tell the nurses and the doctors because I don't know. I mean, the only thing I know to say is he's walking wide legged. Well, that makes me sound like I'm crazy, or he can't walk into the house. He's taking breaks. And yesterday, Haley, he almost fell probably 5 times. 5 different. And so yesterday I had Dee Dee out there about to have a calf, and I can't go out there because I have to be inside because he's going to fall. He's going to fall. And so it's affecting my mental health.
Yeah, because you're so stressed out because all these things have to happen and you're struggling because you're like, how am I going to make sure this happens and this doesn't? You have a lot of things on your plate.
And I'm being snappy to Shane. Everything Shane says gets on my nerves. God love him. But like,
because you're stressed out.
Yesterday, he had worked all day long. All day long. And I had, to make a long story short, I had to go buy hay because I couldn't get the hay out because he didn't put the hay spear on. So I'm trying to get Larry in the car because I can't leave Larry. I'm trying to get him in the car to go get hay. It's just bad, okay? And Shane is gone all day long to work. And he calls me out of the blue, and this is how it went. Why is there hay in the back of my truck? Why is the truck out in the driveway so I cannot pull in? And I was like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? And I'm having a train wreck day. And he's just like, why? And I'm like, I couldn't even. I said, I need a week's vacation from you. I need 1 week vacation because you're driving me crazy. And it's like and you know how when you're having a bad mental health, it's almost like you have all this festered up inside you and like it has to be released out, and you find yourself taking it out on one person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's usually the person that you love because they're understanding. But when he called me yesterday and was going, why? And I'm like, why? I'll tell you why. I'm going crazy right now.
Yeah, because it's almost like you feel like they don't see all that you're having to do.
I feel like
you can't see what's going on in your head.
I feel like this is what I feel like, and I'm just venting. I might not feel like this tomorrow, okay? But right this minute, do you know what I mean? Like when you feel you're like, in this moment, this is how I'm feeling. It'll probably be different tomorrow, but at this moment, I feel like that I get labeled by everyone in my family that I don't work. I stay home. And I can do the house, and I can do the cooking, and I can do the cleaning, and I can do the farm, and I can do Larry and all this stuff because Shane has to go to work. And my kids even do it to me. They're like, hey, Mom, can you go do this since you stay home? and I'm like, do I look like I stay home?
No, you don't, because trying to find times to film is really hard because we're both so busy.
Yes. And it's just like, I'm like, do I ever get a pass that I do work? But it's like no one, no one takes my social media serious. I just walk around with the phone all day. I just walk around with the phone taking pictures all day. Like I don't get a pass that doing social media is a job. Having a farm is a job.
Because
I mean,
they
like,
don't see the time you spend editing. They don't see that. They don't see the editing you have to do. They don't see you having to brainstorm ideas, you having to do this, you having to do that. They don't see any of that.
and even on top of social media, trying to take care of a farm, trying to do birthday parties and a field trip, and trying to find balance with coming inside checking on Larry while I'm trying to do a birthday party on top of trying to film
Running a
on top
business.
yes, and I'm like, why does no one think that I do a full-time job? Why
I
does
do.
why does everybody depend on me to cook supper and clean and like why can't this be a joint deal?
And it should be.
It's not.
Yeah, and I think we're still living in like the 1800s in some ways where everyone thinks women should still do everything. No, I do think women should like do certain things, but I don't think the woman should have to do the laundry, the cooking, the everything.
Not when they work
Because,
a full-time job. If
yeah,
I was just sitting at home and Shane was working but see, like yesterday, he left here, I don't know, 6:30, and he worked till, I don't know, 3 o'clock. So in his head, I've killed myself all day. As if I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I've been sitting
yeah,
on the couch. I've been sitting on the couch. And so when he got home, he goes, "What are you doing for supper?" And I feel like screaming.
I would.
And so luckily, I had made a chicken, and then I made peanut butter pie and all this stuff. I was a little Susie homemaker because I knew that he was going to come home
You know,
hungry. Yeah. And so like, and then it's like, I'm trying to do that on top of, okay, well, it's time to put animals to bed, and I
yeah,
go in there and I finish fixing my supper while he lays in the bed. And then he comes and eats, and then he he finishes eating, he comes and lays back in the bed and doesn't help me with dishes. And I'm like, do you think that I've been sitting around all day while you've been working? But it's like I'm taking my frustrations out on him because we do this every day. This is not like today's something different. I mean,
yeah.
and I'm just stressed, Kaylee. Haley, I'm just stressed. I've got a lot on me. And
No,
I'm
I
trying
I
so hard to keep
understand.
it together. And I feel like no one sees me sinking. I'm like, does anybody see me sinking? Or is it just me?
Here, getting better and like starting to beat depression and stuff,
Yeah,
I can say that one thing I've had to teach myself is tomorrow's going to come no matter what.
true.
No matter what, I'm going to graduate. No matter what, unless like I die or something, I'm going to get up and I'm going to wake up tomorrow, if the Lord lets me. I'm going to get up on Thursday and I'm going to go to work. Next week's going to eventually get here. Next year is going to get here. Eventually, your bathroom's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
Eventually, your heat and air is going to be fixed. Now, the waiting game sucks, especially when you have anxiety, but you have to do it. And the more you constantly stress yourself out about it, the worse your day is going to be, the worse your week's going to be because you're so worried about it. Like,
Do you, like, when you have so much stress like that, do you have to be by yourself or do you surround yourself with people?
I like to be in my bed. And sometimes I just have to, like, as I told you, I just sit there and pray and cry and then I go to sleep.
See, I wished I could do that. I used to be like that, but now that I have all these responsibilities, I have to get out of the bed, which is probably a good thing because
Oh, yeah.
things are
Because you don't
depending
see
on me, and I'm not
no one.
laying in the bed all day.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't think I should lay in the bed when I get like that. Or like I'll drive because I know sometimes I'll make an excuse
Oh
to have to go to
yeah,
the store or something because I'm
driving
not going to
helps
cry
me.
in public.
Driving helps me.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I can't go drive because I can't get out of the house because I can't leave Larry. It's like my life is totally changing taking care of Larry because he is getting to the point where he's requiring someone to be in this house 24/7.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So when you rolled your hair, did you just go like this and pin it
Some
up?
of them, yeah. Some of them I just pulled up, and some of them are like that. I don't know if you can see that one, but
So,
it's like just rolled backwards.
yeah.
See, like most of them are pinned down, like you just said, but there's some that are just rolled backwards and pinned.
Did you spray it with hairspray?
Yeah, I sprayed it just now.
I'm out of hairspray. I've got to go and get some hairspray and some makeup because I'm sitting here digging out of my makeup.
So
How have you been? We're talking about me. What are you like? What about you?
I've been doing really good, like
Your
really good.
medicine must be really helping.
Oh, it is. It's doing so much. And I've been like going to church more and all that. So I think that's definitely helping too. But yeah, I'm doing good. The only thing is I still like self-destruct when things don't go according to like, and this is going to sound bratty, but when they don't go the way I've planned them.
How do you self destruct? What do you do?
Well, like, okay, yesterday, for example, I wanted to get everyone to sign my overalls, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, mom didn't know my overalls had came in, so she didn't bring them to my aunt and uncle's house.
Uh-huh.
So they didn't sign them, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna have anyone sign them because because my pictures are Wednesday, so it's not like my pictures are a week or two from now. Like they're in a couple of days. So for me to be able to get them signed, I would literally have to like drive everywhere in those 3 days. And first off, I don't have the gas for it, and second off, I don't know if I even want to do it because then some people aren't going to get to sign them, and I don't want anyone to get angry or anything. So it's like this whole thing. And now, like, I went to sleep and I was like, oh, we're just not going to do it. But now I'm like, I have these white overalls and there's going to be nothing on them. So I'm like, should I do it or should I not? Because the plan was to bring them to church today and like bring some markers, but like I didn't go get markers because I didn't want to do it. And now I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? Like, will it be that big of a deal if I do or don't? I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, I hope my farm is dry by
That's
Wednesday.
what we were talking about. I was like, I'm
We might have a baby though. What if we have a
That'd be great.
baby Cinco? You got to take your picture with baby Cinco.
That'd be great.
Haley's
Oh my
taking senior pictures with some of my animals. Where all are you going for your senior pictures?
I'm going to Seven Daughters Scoops, which is the ice cream shop in Coleman. Yep. And then I'm doing the farm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think I should do about the overalls? Should I just wear them plain?
I'm just thinking, if it is a muddy mess and you come out there with white overalls and the animals jump on you, this is going to be a nightmare.
See, I'm not really worried about that because I think it adds to it.
Okay.
But I don't know. Should I do, I don't know if I should go get signatures or not.
Well, let's just say this. Is the signatures going to show up in the pictures? Like, are you going to be able to see?
You won't be able to read them, but because like I wanted people to write like words of encouragement and stuff. Yeah. Kind of like how like some people get graduation books and people sign them. Right. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
But on my overalls. And I wanted to do like some close-ups where you could like see certain ones. But I don't know. Like I don't know if I want to do it or not because I just don't know. Like I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I shouldn't.
Um, well, unfortunately, I can't tell you what to do. to do. I think either way is going to be fine. You're going to, they're going to be cute no matter what.
Yeah, I hope so. See, I'm not a big fan of getting pictures taken of myself because I'm like pretty insecure, which I'm doing better. I'm gonna buy bikinis this year instead of one pieces.
Well, you've lost so much weight.
Well, yeah. Hey, I've been working out though.
Really?
Yeah, me and Andrew's mom go 3 days a week and we work out.
I have been I have not been doing good with my eating. I've gained, so I don't know how much because I'm not getting on the scale because I'm not going to do that to myself. But
That's how I feel. I don't need to.
no, I can't get on the scales. I will be a total train wreck if I get on the scales.
Yeah, I hate when they make me do it at the doctor and they won't let me take off my shoes. And I'm like, look, you don't understand. Like, I need to take my
I
shoes off.
know. I'm thinking they really should not do that because they don't know. Like, usually the doctor does not know that I have an eating disorder. Um, and it jacks me up. And you're always like 5 pounds more than what you weigh at the doctor's office.
I don't know. I weighed like 112 at the gyno the other day and I was like, oh, snap.
112?
Yeah.
Haley, I haven't seen you since you lost all that weight.
I don't look different. Well, somebody at work said I did, but I don't. Like, I look the same.
How much have you lost?
I was like 134 when I started my medicine. And then I eventually got down to 112. I don't know how far I actually got down, but I mean, I've been eating like 3 meals a day and I've been working out. So hopefully I'll put on some weight. But I want to put on like good weight. I don't want to put on bad weight.
Right.
Like, I want to look good. And I want to feel good. That's my biggest thing is I want to be like happy and I want to have
Healthy.
energy. Yeah.
You're going to be healthy.
Because it's hard, like, living every day and being miserable because you're not eating anything. But I'm on another medicine now that kind of, like, helps me. It boosts my appetite a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at those eyelashes. They're so long.
Are they yours?
Yeah.
Mm.
I've been using, like, a new lash serum, and it makes them so long.
You need to be giving me all these makeup tips.
This is
Don't be
expensive.
painting them for yourself.
Lash Grande. Grande Lash.
Hang on, let me take a picture of it because I'm going to Ultra this week.
It's super expensive. Grab the little one.
I can't handle all these $300 blow dryers and.
Well, I got this.
I got animals to feed.
See, get the little one. This one lasts forever. I've been using it since Christmas, and there's still some in it.
Okay.
No. But yeah, mental health's been pretty good, I'd say. I'd say the only thing that's been like kind of struggling is just stressed about the future, but no matter what, the future is going to come and I'm going to have to be ready for it when it does. So,
okay, so you know how people with mental health kind of struggle in their relationships?
yeah.
So as your since you've started this new medication, do you think that your relationship with Andrew's better?
I think it's definitely gotten better, but I think we definitely still have our dumb fights. Like, I have this problem where I feel like, because, we don't see each other through the week. We only see each other on the weekends. So I try to set everything away from the weekends so we can hang out because that's our time.
Yeah.
And Andrew is a homebody. He wants to be at his house. But, we stayed at his house all weekend last weekend. So we said we were going to chill at my house. Well, Friday I had to go do my cousin's hair and makeup for a school dance.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, do you want to come over? And he's like, no, not really. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, and I got really upset and I started like getting frustrated with him. And I was like, why do you not want to come over? It's so frustrating. Like, I come over all the time. You're not coming over. I've been working all day. Like, why can't you just come over? He's like, I just don't want to. I'll come over tomorrow. I'm like, no, I don't want you to come over tomorrow. I want you to come over today. Because the plan was yesterday for me to go volunteer. So I was like, it's the same ordeal. Like, just come over tonight because I haven't seen you since Sunday. He's like, no. And then I got frustrated and I just started a whole fight because I wanted to see him. And for me, it makes me feel unloved when it's like, you don't do anything but drive down from Huntsville on Fridays. I work a job, and then I go do hair and makeup, and then I'm like, all I want to do is see you, and you're just like, no. So then I was like, we're not hanging out tomorrow. Whatever, I'll see you Sunday. Well, yesterday comes around, and I'm like, hey, change of plans. I'm not volunteering. Do you want to hang out? Because I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go, not feeling well. And he's like, well, I already have my day planned. And I was like, what do you have planned? He's like, well, what does it matter? I was like, because you have nothing planned but playing video games. Like, homie's acting like he's got a state-of-the-art meeting planned. And I'm like, you're literally going to stay home and play video games. He's like, yeah, but I'm just like, I just have my day planned. And I was like, what did you have planned, bro? So he had nothing planned. And I was like, okay, well, do you want to hang out? And he's like, no. And I was like, bro, what? You said we could hang out. And he's like, yeah, but you said you didn't want to hang out yesterday. And I was like, so then, like, we fought all day yesterday because I was just mad. And I was like, dude, I didn't go volunteer. I'm literally sitting at home with nothing because no one was here.
Yeah.
So it was literally just me home all day yesterday once I got home from work. And I was just so frustrated. So hopefully today will be better, though.
Well, maybe he was having a mental health day. He needed to stay home.
Oh, yeah. He gets all those mental health days when he's up in Huntsville doing nothing but playing video games.
Do you think that you resent him a little bit because he doesn't?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
But how can you? Okay, so let's talk about that. How can you? How can you put that to rest? The resentfulness that you feel.
I tried. Because it just frustrates me.
What we're talking about. So he works a full time. No, he goes to school full time, and his parents help him, and he doesn't have to work. And you do the same, and you have to work because you live with a single mom that's trying to make it, and so you are a little bit resentful because
I work my butt off.
Do the things you do. So when you have resentfulness, how do you put that? How do you get to peace with that?
I mean, it's not that I'm resentful towards that anymore because I've gotten over it. Because, like, life's not fair. Some people are going to have their entire life handed to them on a silver platter. Some people aren't. Like, I'm the one that would be handing the platter. Like, I'd have to be the servant, and he's the one on the other end getting the platter. So it's like, I know that life's never going to be fair. And I'm not even mad about that anymore. It's when you feel like you're trying so hard for everyone around you and no one's putting that effort in for you. And I think with mental health issues, it gets hard because it makes you feel like you're unwanted or unloved because you're sitting here and you're doing all these things and no one else is saying, I'm proud of you. No one else really cares. So it just gets frustrating.
But you know that there's going to come a day where if you and Andrew were to get married, he's going to be the provider, more or less. I mean, not that you're not going to work because you are, but like he's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to work his butt off for his family.
I don't know. I'm going to be a doctor. I'll make more money than him.
You think you're going to be a doctor? I can see you doing that.
Oh, yeah. I want to work with kids with type 1 diabetes. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Andrew has diabetes, so I think that, when we met, I was still under the impression I wanted to be a travel nurse. Because when I was younger, I wanted to be a pediatric oncologist. Like, literally always wanted to work with kids with cancer. And then watching my grandpa go through cancer, I was like, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
So then I was like, whatever, I'll just be a travel nurse. And it wasn't something I was just passionate about. Like, I was like, okay, well, I can do this. It'll be fun. But I was like, I worked so hard in school, and I had to write a paper freshman year of Wallace, so my junior year, and I was like, dang, and it was comparing two careers I wanted. And once I met Andrew, I really wanted to be an endocrinologist because like learning about diabetes and everything was really fun to me.
Yeah.
So writing that paper, it made me realize I've worked so hard in school. Why would I do all this that I've done just to be a nurse? And like, no hate to nurses. We need nurses. Nurses are great. But I've worked way too hard in school to let someone else be my boss.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think it's awesome that you're like that.
And it's just something I've wanted to do for a while now. And I'm just like, there's always plan B, C, D, E, F, G. So even if it doesn't work out, I've got other things that I could do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just gets frustrating because when you do suffer with mental illness, you just feel like they don't love you. And you feel...
And it's like, why do we lie to ourselves like that? Because I do that with Shane. He doesn't love me. He's in there in the bed and not helping me with dishes. He could care less about me. He just... the only reason he wants to be married to me is because I freaking do everything around here.
And like, I get that completely.
And that's what I do to myself. And I convince myself that he doesn't really love me.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to feel like that.
And I'll say, when I convince myself of that, I'm like, the only reason he's married is because I do his laundry, I put up his clothes, I clean his house. Like, that's the only reason he needs me. That's what I tell myself. And that's not true.
It's not. And it's not true that Andrew doesn't love me, because I know he does. It's just hard for me to see it sometimes, because it's like, if anyone else were to ask him, like anyone in his family or any of his friends were like, hey, can you come do this for me? Can you come over or anything? He would. So it's like, it's frustrating for me because I'm like, dude, I've worked all day. I just see you. I haven't seen him in a week. And that's hard when you're 17 in a relationship. No, we won't see each other till today.
Oh,
I haven't seen him since last Sunday.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, it gets hard because, it's not hard for him because he sees his friends all the time because he lives with them. But for me, it's hard because I don't get to hang out with anyone during the week. I literally stay home, then I get to go to work, and then...
And the highlight of your week is to see him on the weekends.
Yeah.
And then he don't...
And then the next highlight of my week is to go to work because I get human interaction.
Right.
Like, that's the only time I see other humans unless I go to the store.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it gets frustrating, and it's hard on my mental health because I feel like I'm unloved. Like, I hang out with his mom more than I hang out with him.
His mom lives here, though, right? She didn't live.
Yeah, she's a girl boss.
Yeah.
Love that woman. But yeah, it gets hard. It gets frustrating, and it gets difficult.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
So when you tell yourself you're in love like I do, I guess we should take a takeaway and what can we do when we start telling ourselves we're unloved? What can we do to fix it?
I try to just calm down and leave him alone because the thing is, I hate texting. I like to call. He hates calling. He likes to text. So what do we only do? Text. If we're in the middle of an argument, we have to text because that's what Andrew wants to do. Which, like, I've just gotten used to it. I'm just like, whatever, I don't care, we'll text. To me, if you send me a text, I can't tell what emotion is behind that text.
Yeah.
And
see, I'm Andrew.
See, I don't, especially if we're arguing, because I'm like, if you're texting me something, I'm going to take it in a really poor way because I have anxiety and overthink it. But it's like, you could be sending something and meaning it in a completely different way. But to me, it's like, you're just trying to be mean to me. And it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
And it's frustrating.
I would rather text because I'm not good when I'm in a conversation at pausing and thinking things through. I just have diarrhea of the mouth, and I say things that maybe I shouldn't say. And so when I text, I can take a minute to respond. Where if someone is on the phone with me or sitting in front of me, I can't necessarily do that. So that's why I prefer to text, because I need a minute before I respond.
See, and I get that too. It's just sometimes I'm like, okay, well, we texted about this situation. Let's call about this one. Because to me, texting doesn't solve anything. To me, I feel like I never reach an agreement because I get frustrated because, again, it is hard for me to just text.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy for me to do that.
And I think it's hard when you're in a relationship and we have to fold for the other one. Like, we have to do what they want to do.
And see, last night he told me, he was like, stop apologizing because you've sat here and you've pleaded your case to me and now you're just backpedaling on everything you've said. Like, you need to stand up for yourself, have a backbone. Like, stop just letting me win.
Yeah.
He's like, this isn't how it works. If you feel passionate about something, you need to go through with it.
Yeah.
But it can be hard because sometimes you just want to, you don't want to fight and you want to
you just cave.
Everything to be A-okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing with mental illness is that, I spend so much time not being okay that when it comes to my relationship, I just want things to be okay. I'm okay for if I'm the reason there's a problem, I'm fine because I just don't care.
Yeah.
Because you already feel like you're a waste and that you ruin everything. So it's like, why would I sit here and make things worse than they already are? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's crazy how we self-talk to ourselves and we're not dealing with the facts. Like, the facts are that Andrew and Shane love us. Those are facts. Yeah. But then we deal with, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I don't feel like they love me. But see, what that is that's emotional mind. And emotional mind is when you want to feel the love. But see, love doesn't always work like that. It's not always a feeling. It is, a commitment. And so us as women, we want to feel it. We want the goo goo gaga, the like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see you. And boys are not like that. They are in the beginning, but that goes away. And so when they're not like, oh my gosh, I have missed you so much, I cannot wait till this weekend to see you. That's what we need. And boys are not like that. Boys are not like all that.
Well, he tries and he'll do good for about a day and a half. And then it's back to the,
it looks like
Andrew is not. Look at my glasses.
How cute are those?
They're for my ice cream pictures. Look, they're red through them.
They're so cute.
No, I'm excited. I'm just trying right now in life to just keep a positive outlook on things and not stress because there's no point in stressing. Because eventually everything's going to happen and I might as well just be ready for it instead of stressed out.
Yeah.
Ooh, look how this ear sticks out further than this ear so you can see my earring. And you can't in this one.
You're so funny.
How many ear piercings do you have?
2. And I don't ever wear I used to have real diamonds that my ex-husband gave me, and I wore them all the time. And then I ended up giving them to my stepson, is his dad. So I gave my jewelry, all my jewelry that my ex-husband gave me, I gave to my stepson. So Shane ain't giving me no earrings. I can promise you that. Shane says he will never buy me jewelry. Now, how
Wow.
mean is that? Because it's not practical. So you know what I did? Let me show you what I did. You're going to crack up.
This has been a really girly episode.
It really has. What'd I do?
I'm just munching over here, like.
So when Shane and I got married, we were, you're frozen. Oh, there you go. When Shane and I got married, I took a wedding band and had it made for myself, and he didn't pay for it because we were in the process of buying a house. So it was like almost to the point where like my money was his money. So I said, well, I'll just go get the rings. You go put the roof on the house or whatever. So it was kind of like that. So he never actually gave me money or took me to the store to buy a ring. But we were like, what, 45 years old? So like, you know, you're kind of past all that. Well, Vanson and I went to the movies, and Vanson got 500 gallons of butter in the daggum. He put too much butter in the popcorn, and I was reaching my hand down in there getting popcorn, and I realized that I had lost my wedding ring. So I have no wedding ring. So I have been, Shane, I really want a ring. Shane, and he's like, I'm not buying a ring. I'm not doing it. That's not practical. So, girl, first of all, this is a $25 ring that doesn't turn. It's like I got it from the jewelry store, and it doesn't turn. So it's a great little farm ring for me. But girl,
I have my ring picked out, girlfriend.
This is what I did. I was so emotionally jacked up about not having a wedding ring that homie girl here went and got her own. I'm getting another one to go on top of this, but I went out and bought my own freaking ring. I did. And you know what's so funny? I never wear it. I never wear. So if Shane was to buy this and I never wore it, he would drag the crap out of me. But I can't wear this on the farm. But when we go nice places, which is never, I wear it. We go out to eat in our farm clothes. And see, you know how you love to get dressed up, go out to eat, like a date? You know how you like that?
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Any excuse to wear a cute outfit,
Me too. I am all about, but see, we have Larry. So it's like Shane and I never get to go on a date.
Yeah.
You know? So like half the time I go throw some animals' food in the thing and running out to get dinner in my farm clothes.
No, I understand. I don't go anywhere much. Usually if I leave the house, I'm in PJs.
Yeah.
I'm that person in Walmart that you see in their pajamas. Like the people, like the ones people complain about on Facebook, like I can't say anything. Oh, yeah. I do it all the time.
I know I showed you this, but this is in my bedroom.
Haley and Eli.
You look like such a young little girl.
That was when Andrew and I first started dating. Like we had just started talking. Yeah.
Yeah, you were on TV with you first started talking?
Yeah, I remember texting him and being like, I'm meeting Fred Hunter today. And he's like, who's Fred Hunter? And I was like, yep, he's rich.
Oh my gosh.
I'm convinced only poor white folks knew who he was.
That's so funny. I've known Fred Hunter. I mean, I've known of him my whole life. I don't remember not knowing him.
That's my thing. But I also, my grandpa lived with us, so that's probably why I knew him, because the news was always on.
Yeah. I'm going to wear these earrings, I think.
Girl, you
really,
should never leave the house without earrings. That is
I
something my
have
nonna
trouble
taught me.
wearing earrings because my animals try to eat them and they pull them out. Oh, I need to tell you, I got murdered by Dexter yesterday.
Oh.
I mean, like knocked down.
Is that because of Dee Dee?
He was so excited that I had hay in my hand that he starts acting like a kid running around, and he like couldn't control himself, and he head butted the hay, and it sent me flying, and I busted my butt. I
I
got
can't say
these.
anything. I get that excited about Mexican food.
You're so funny. These are from
I
Tumi. I got like for $1 or something.
Oh, those are cute. Andrew won't let me have that app.
He won't.
No, because he's majoring in like cybersecurity, and in one of their classes, they were talking about how like Timu's a really bad app and stuff. So I'm
Oh,
not allowed to
I
have
don't
it.
order from them anymore.
Andrew has to I have to ask if I can get apps because I've gotten 2 viruses on my computer and he's had to fix it both times. One, while I was in class, he had to log into my account and fix it. And he gets angry with me.
That's so funny.
I'll have those people call me, those scammers call me. They could be like, I need $100 for a Nigerian prince. And I'd be like, really?
Okay.
I'm literally like a grandmother on the phone. I have no idea. I'm like, oh, okay. Here you go, sweetie.
That's so funny.
He kills me. He gets so mad. He's like, Haley, stop. I'm like, what? But yeah, no. Our relationship's getting better. I'm getting better. Life's getting better. Everything's getting better. And everything's going to continue to get better.
Well, you look good.
Oh, well, thank you.
I still got to work on some balance in my life, and I've got to work on remembering the things I can control and what I can't control. And
Yep.
I just hope today goes well because good thing about a birthday party, which you know this because you used to work on, but I don't have to be out there all the time. So I can kind of go back and forth because Shane's at work again today. So I can go back and forth to make sure Larry's okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have to be out there for 3 hours and never leave. So
Yeah, you can just keep an eye on him and you can keep an eye on them at the same time.
I know he's going to fall. I watch him.
Maybe you should get him a life alert thing.
I thought about that. And someone told me about the iWatch that they have an alert fall. So if he falls, it sends me an alert on my phone. Someone told me about that.
Ooh,
And someone told me that it also can keep up with your oxygen and your blood pressure, and it can send me an alert.
It can't do blood pressure.
Oh, it can't?
No, because we were going to get me one because I'm supposed to be tracking my blood pressure, but I don't. So we were going to get me one, but they don't check blood pressure.
Well, I thought about getting him an Apple Watch so that it can monitor him if he falls, and I can be at the farm and go, oh God, he just fell. But I don't know how all that works.
It does do heart rate and stuff.
His heart rate has been sky high.
Has it?
His oxygen was 82 this week, just from walking to the bathroom. Yeah, and he won't wear oxygen. But the nurse told him he don't have a choice, so she's buying one of those bag oxygens.
That's good.
Because she thinks that's why he's a little bit off balance and stuff. Well, you look beautiful. Thanks for joining us this morning. And I had to go to a birthday party. And the funny thing about it is the person that's doing my birthday party is my gynecologist.
I love how I said gyno earlier and now
yeah.
That's awkward.
It's very awkward. But it's a woman, so it doesn't bother me. But thank you.
I hate men. So.
I'm enjoying our talks. I feel like I really enjoy them.
This one was very girly and just it was very much two friends just talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of just ranting, almost just a little rant.
It's like, yeah, we needed a minute. We
Yeah.
needed a minute. All right. You
Well,
have a good weekend. Have fun at church.
I will, and I hope you have a great
If you need
day.
me, well, I'll see you Wednesday. I'll see
Yeah,
you.
you
I'll see you
will.
Wednesday when you take pictures.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you
That'll be
later.
fun.
Love
See ya.
you.
Bye, guys.